So it matters like to just these little niches. And then, of course, everyone cares about their Netflix. No one wants a buffering time. And it also matters to like gaming, but yeah, we're still niche, but we're growing. We can see what it probably like. We can see around a few corners, or we've got like a long enough line of sight. But after about, I guess, call it 18 months from now, we're blind and we're guessing, just like every other company. Because it all depends on AI. And AI just now is a bubble. How big's the bubble? I don't know. I don't know if anyone knows. I think to be a really sort of big bubble that is felt either nationally or internationally, the sort of bubble size in terms of GDP has to be over 6%, I think, as a rule of thumb. And right now, AI is about, I think, 3 or 4% of GDP. So we're not there on a huge bubble, but we might get there. Alternatively, it might be that the hyperscalers, NVIDIA and OpenAI are the most injured parties if this is a bubble and it bursts. And the rest of us can go, okay, well, we'll go back to Google search. Like, let's see what happens.
Right. Yeah, I mean, I know we're coming up on time here, but I was watching a video earlier that said that NVIDIA's market cap is now bigger than Germany's entire economy.
Yeah. Yeah. It's wild.
My only comment was NVIDIA is now too big to fail. Like,
Yeah.
it basically is. You see that kind of market cap evaporate, on the S&P 500. I mean, that's a
Yeah.
30% decline, basically.
Yeah. That would put people in a bad mood. Yeah. Exactly. It's interesting to think of it that way, but it is circular. If you kind of look at the money,
So circular.
it's so circular that
It's like, guys, you can't think that this is a
this
good
is
idea. I mean,
sustainable.
you have to be like 10 times smarter than me. Well, how am I
I don't
pointing
care
out that
smarter
this
than
is a
me.
terrible, you
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like, come on.
No, it is. It's sort of wild that, and it's sort of, I don't know, reductively, there's more nuance to it than kind of how I'm gonna bastardize this, but ultimately we need to know, or we need to see OpenAI succeed, because the hyperscalers are currently paying for their GPUs because they're putting money into NVIDIA. NVIDIA is giving it to OpenAI in the form of GPUs and sort of their other, I don't know if they're SPE structures, but some structure. And if OpenAI fail, what's going to happen, sort of thing. So it's sort of interesting that way. But yeah, the hyperscalers are currently paying for OpenAI's trajectory, I suppose. So if they fail, then what happens? And if they don't fail, then great, it does get paid off. But let's see. Let's see. Because again, like, user behavior hasn't changed significantly. Like, AI is still very visible at the moment, and it's changed in how we get some outcomes, but it's not really changed the outcomes themselves. I need information. Well, I search it, and now I get it in a bar at the top of the screen. It didn't change anything for me, right? I would have gotten that information anyway. It changed how I interact with customer support, but I was going to get the customer support anyway. And the promise of AI was it will do things both better than us, which I think that in some cases it does, but it will also do things differently. It's not doing things different. Like, we are not changing rules because of AI just now. And my favorite sort of way to think about this is stop signs. I want to get into a Waymo and never stop. I don't have to stop until I've reached my destination because it knows where every other car is. I don't need a stop sign anymore. I don't even need to stay on the same like side of the road anymore. I can go around obstacles because it knows where every other car is. It gets me there safely, far more safely than my Uber driver at multiple levels. But it's not changed that yet. It's just changed the speed and the safety. But ultimately, I get there the exact same way as if someone was driving it. So until it changes outcomes, it's going to be very sort of interesting in how we think of it. Like, I think people are still trying to make it a feature just now, but to be a winner in AI, it's going to have to be more than a feature. It has to be a different part of the stack, and you have to be involved in all of the stack from the infrastructure all the way through to the product. And again, I don't know if this is maybe the right note to finish on, but there's no moat around LLMs just now. You pop the same query in to name your top 5, Rock, ChatGPT, can't think, Gemini, Perplexity, same. I don't know. You read an answer to me, probably can't guess who gave you the answer. So where's the differentiation? Now we're working on preference. It's sort of interesting that way.
Yeah. No,
Yeah,
that's a really good point. It'll be interesting to see how everything, kind of shakes out.
I know. I know.
Yeah.
That was that. On that note.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, Maxie, I really do appreciate you coming on. I think it was a great conversation.
Yeah.
I definitely really enjoyed it.
Me too.
Yeah, thank you so much for finally being able to come
Yeah.
on.
Thank you for your patience and for keeping on trying because I am sorry. But yeah. But yeah, no, it was really good, really enjoyable. Let's see in a year's time what's happening with AI and we can discuss that. And I can tell you if I got abuse for the things I said about both parents and people insecurity.
Yeah, yeah, we'll do it again for sure.
Perfect.
Yeah, Maxie, before I let you go, how about you tell my audience where they can connect with you if they wanted to connect with you,
Yeah.
where they could find Subsea Cloud if they wanted to learn
Yeah.
more?
So I'm most active on LinkedIn. I know I slighted it earlier by calling it professional social media, but I am most active on there somewhat. Like I browse X every now and again, but I'm trying to post there more often. We'll see. And I am just about to start like a essentially an AI security blog, which makes me sound like a boomer, but also like a newsletter that will go out just hitting the high points and then some, like hopefully what will be perceived as thoughtful analysis on AI and AI security every week. So you can find that probably maxireynolds.com. Then yeah, LinkedIn. Not for you. You go to spam, but for everyone else, they can get in touch with me there.
Right.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, yeah. Well, thanks everyone. I hope you enjoyed this episode.